You're listening to the Whoa Podcast
with Laura
and Lanina, where we talk about what's on your mind
right now. Welcome.
Welcome, Mara Sanchez.
Hey, I'm happy to be here. Thank you so much.
Good. We're happy to have you. I'm going to do a quick intro on Mara. She is a Latin jazz vocalist, songwriter, producer, teaching artist, and an actress. You can find out more info about her at marasanchezny.com.
So what is a teaching artist then?
Oh my God. Okay, well, in the schools they have projects where they bring artists to come in and teach the kids different types of things like dance, music, acting, maybe even script writing. You know, but it's all funded by however much money the school has. Mm-hmm. So they'll give you a couple of sessions, but as soon as the money's over, you're out.
Sessions is not for the whole semester?
Oh no, I wish it were that way.
Oh. So you go into public schools?
Like you go into public schools,
junior highs?
Yeah, well, it depends. You know, you work via some arts organizations. So they'll say, oh, you know, we want you to do a 12-week project with high school kids writing a script, and they end up doing a show. Because, you know, here's the thing. Most principals, when they pay an artist, they want to see product at the end. It's almost like buying a phone, for God's sakes.
Yeah.
Well, let's not go into that conversation.
Yeah, let's not.
But anyway, everyone wants a performance. Now, that puts pressure on you, right? Because now you have to teach kids how to perform as opposed to learning a craft. Very different, you know. But it is fun, and you know the kids always get into it. So you have, you know, at most you might have 8 to 10 sessions, 45-minute sessions with the kids, where they actually, you know, if it's a playwriting class, they'll write a play, they'll put on a show, they'll learn stagecraft, they'll learn how to produce, stage direct, and all that stuff.
So why do you enjoy working with the children, with the kids?
Oh, you know. Well, first of all, I find younger people, a lot more interesting than adults. Call it the Peter Pan effect, okay? Even though I'm a woman. You know, they just have this endless energy, you know, that sometimes as adults we just get so jaded and forget to have fun. And they know how to be happy without having to be coaxed. You know, they have the teenage drama, but, you know, I think in general they're just more in touch with that. You know, it's much more authentic. But then again, it depends on what group you're in, you know. If I work with kindergarten to 3, they're still in that magic stage. So they're totally fun to work with.
What do you teach them? What do you do?
Oh, they'll sing songs and do a concert and dance and move. And, you know, they're really great. And then once you get to the middle school, that's when it starts getting a little iffy. Because they're more concerned about peer pressure. So you have to make it cool.
Oh.
You know, like you have to pick cool songs and, you know, and of course.
So a lot of Rihanna and Beyonce.
Oh, yeah, a lot. And, you know, that doesn't lend well to concerts. Because, well, no, not really. Because, you know, the stuff they do, I mean, I love them both. They're interesting. But their music is made in the studio.
Okay.
So unless the school is going to hire a band, you know, you've got music that doesn't. Kids think that a sheet music is going to sound exactly like the recording. Surprise! Yeah. It doesn't.
Right.
But there's no auto-tune that you could bring along?
Oh, here we go.
Oh, God, no. They're already out of tune. There's no tuning middle school. Except for this wonderful high school I worked with, Talent Unlimited, they were phenomenal. In fact, they just won like state national championship.
Good for them. Shout out to Talent Unlimited.
I'm saying.
Let's talk about your music.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Well,
Tell us about
it. Well, I was doing a lot of background vocals for a lot of different artists. And then
name drop. Name drop. Go ahead.
You know what? Let's keep that under wraps for now because some of the contracts did not come through as they should have, right?
Okay.
Uh-oh.
But
no name dropping.
But I have sung with Stevie Wonder. He's an amazing.
Stevie Wonder.
Stevie Wonder.
Wow.
Isn't that great? Oh my God, he's so fabulous.
Control. Yeah, that's awesome.
Oh, he's so wonderful. He's so sharing. His backup singers didn't show up one day.
Yeah.
At a Black History Month celebration.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And so we were out in the audience, you know, we went there to see him perform.
Yeah.
And he says, are there any singers out in the audience? And, you know, and I immediately went into freeze mode as opposed to say, yeah, man, you know, no, I went into like, oh, I don't, my cousin goes, you better get up there. So 3 singers got up there, and his brother, the one that helps him on stage, brought us back, you know, back behind stage, you know. So apparently the first 2 singers, like I had never seen anyone freeze from nerves like that.
Yeah.
Like,
because it's Stevie Wonder.
Well, but
how many people are in the crowd?
Oh my God! Well, it was the Hilton Grand Ballroom.
Oh my God!
There had to be.
Where? In what city?
In Newark, New Jersey.
Oh, okay. So it was a major city.
Yeah, big. A lot of people there. You know, waiting.
Thousands of people.
Well, it was a lot of people. I don't know if it was thousands because I was so nervous. So, but then I thought, oh my God, I'm going to sing with Stevie Wonder. Are you kidding me? So then when I saw the other singers, you know, like freezing up like that, he says, hey, let's do an improvisation. You know, now, I don't know what he was playing. One of his songs, who knows what he was playing. But I thought to myself, I don't know what happened, but I know that right before going on stage, I'll get like that momentary freeze of what am I doing? Yeah. And then I just like get into the moment.
Yeah.
You know, the music takes you.
Yeah.
It was so magical because everybody else faded away and it was only me and Stevie.
Oh my goodness, I love this story. Congratulations.
Oh, it was so much fun. It was so much fun. It was so
Because you're like, my whole life I've been preparing for this moment, right?
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Those are the movies
prepared you.
that makes movies right there. Like those moments right before you're about to go on.
And you're freaking out.
The moment of life.
Freaking out.
Yeah, it brings tears to my eyes. Like those moments of when you have the fear and you're like, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go past this.
There's and you know, that accounts for a lot of things as an artist. I think a lot of people say, oh, you know, I want to be a singer, I want to be an actor, but at the end of the day, you really have to deliver and you have to push past the nerves. And I think a lot of times we get paralyzed by that because, I mean, after all, you feel like you're being judged.
Yeah.
But
you
just
are.
I try not to think about that. Like, for example, 2 or 3 years ago, we had to do a project at the Apollo Theater. And we had to pair up with a student to do a show. So I picked one of my students to play the guitar, Solomon Hicks, and a keyboard player from Hunter College. And I remember we were doing 2 jazz songs. I remember we were standing in the wings, and I remember looking over at him. And I'm thinking, oh my God, Ella Fitzgerald sang here, Billie Holiday, like all the icons, the women that influenced my singing. And, you know, for a hot minute, I thought, oh, my God, what am I doing here? But then I looked over at my student, and he was there with so much poise, ready to go on. He looked at me and says, you ready?
Oh, hello.
And I'm like, let's do it. You know, and we really blew the rafters off. Like, I mean, I thought to myself, oh, my God, I'm singing at the Apollo Theater. It was such an amazing, amazing moment.
Yeah, and it's a tough crowd.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Hello.
They're a tough crowd.
They will boo you off the stage.
They're a tough crowd. You know, but it was really great because I think, as an artist, when you go with the moment, you take the crowd with you. You know, they can sense when it's, you know, not real or you're just, you know, performing, and you know, you just have to go with it, and you have to adapt to who the crowd is too, good or bad.
Wow.
Yeah.
The Apollo.
Why don't we listen to some of Mara's wonderful music?
Oh, great.
Let's play Boom Boom and let's have a dance break.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
Everybody dance.
Viene la tormenta, ten cuidado. ella viene. Boom, boom, boom. Que búmala, que búmala, que búmala, que búmala. Boom, boom, boom. La hechicera del Caribe viene. Boom, boom, boom. Ten cuidado que viene. Boom, boom.
Tell us about that.
Oh, well, you know, this CD, I wrote all the songs except for one song. And what's really interesting is that when we were in the studio, my producer said, Mara, all these songs are about men done you wrong songs. I said, yeah, but I'm happy. You know, these are positive songs. This is like, you know, you're not going to kick me down songs. So this song, Boom Boom, is actually about, you ever meet a friend that when she comes into the room, it's like she's like a whirlwind, you know? And she kind of lets, like, exactly. I was thinking that when I came in here earlier. Yeah. She's just like you. You know, she comes into a room, it's a whirlwind. All the men are looking at you, you know. But you're like, yeah, you could think you're going to get over, but you're not. Ooh. Don't be fooled. Boom, boom, boom.
Oh, wow. And then you hit them with the boom, boom.
Right,
Oh,
exactly.
Man.
So that's the backstory with that song. It's a great dance song. There's two others that are dance songs there, and then I have one. It's like a ballad by Café Tacuba, which is the only song I didn't write on the CD. But it's a fun CD. I got everybody out of my system. It was cathartic.
Okay.
She's staring at me.
No, but for real, when we were listening to the song over lunch, I started dancing, salsa dancing, and I revealed to Laura that one of my bucket list challenge is to perform a salsa song. I mean, but perform it with the dress.
I'm feeling open minded.
All of this. Oh no! I'd be dancing, not singing. I'm just saying.
No, singing. You have to sing and dance. You have to be like Celia Cruz.
Oh,
singing
I
and
could
dancing.
do that. I believe
that
it.
Sounds awesome.
I love it. But then I need the whole outfit. I need the whole outfit though. And then I'll do the like that serious face salsa dancers have.
Yeah.
I'll do it. Yeah. I'll have it.
Yeah,
and it's just all business. Boom, boom.
Yeah, like La Lupe.
La Lupe.
She's like an icon. She used to sing with so much drama and, you know.
Oh, yes, that's me. That's me.
I know.
That's me.
Absolutely.
So where can people get your wonderful album?
Oh, well, it's on CD Baby right now, cdbaby.com, and it's also on my website, www.marasanchezny.com.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So I think you sound like Gloria Estefan.
Oh, man.
When I first heard you, I was like, ooh, I like this. You sound like her.
I was pitching this song to her, actually.
Really?
Yeah, I was pitching this song. Still trying to find inroads to, getting past, the A&R office people because they don't take unsolicited music. But, you do know their show's coming to Broadway in October.
What show?
On Your Feet. Get on your feet.
Oh.
Yeah, it's coming. Yeah, they're...
Not to be missed.
No, not to be missed at all. It's in Chicago. A lot of my friends are in it. Shout out to Doreen Montalvo. But I did have her in mind when I wrote that song.
Okay, good.
I could see. I still think it could be her next big hit.
But how do we, as artists, get our content, our music, our films, our videos, all these things? My mic fell. How do we get all these things that we've made into mainstream? How do we do it?
Well, it's a great question. There's not any one road. It's a lonely road. First of all, let's put it that way. If you're producing your own music, producing your own film, producing your career, when you first start out, and even midstream, you're still doing that. And way and beyond when you have representation, you're always doing the work, okay? So you have to, today, now you have the website, right? You have the intranet. The intranet could be used for a bunch of different things. If you set up a website, you do a bunch of Google, machinations in the back of marketing where you get people to come to your website. You tell friends about it. You join Facebook. All these things. Social media is very powerful if used the right way. This is one way that you can do it. It's an extreme amount of work.
Yeah.
Yeah. The other thing is selling yourself continually. It's like I always say, if I saw you in the elevator and I said, give me your 15-second pitch, what is it?
Hi. Let's see.
Well, you only have 10 seconds left.
Oh, man. I'm freezing.
Well, let me come back to you.
Okay, come back to me.
Laura.
Ooh, crickets.
See, it's like, it's you have to be ready to pitch.
At any moment.
At any moment. You're in the elevator with George Clooney. You're in
the next toilet stall.
Pass me the toilet tissue, you know. And you're, pass me the toilet tissue. Hey, by the way, I'm a singer-songwriter. I've got a great song for you, Gloria.
You sing it in the bathroom.
Can I send you an MP3? Better yet, here it is.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Right under the stall with the toilet paper.
Well, first the toilet paper, because you don't want people, you know, being uncomfortable.
Right.
Then you pass the CD or whatever the heck it is.
Have you used this tactic before?
No, but I've used the elevator tactic.
Oh, with who?
Well, with different producers that I know or have been pointed out to me. I mean, first of all, listen, the main thing is, and going back to your question, which you really have to develop relationships with people. You know, it's not like you just want to go up and say, hey, I want you to produce my next record. No.
Right.
You have to, you know, be genuine. If you really do like a producer or a casting director or someone, develop a relationship with these people by visiting them, talking to them, showing interest in their projects, because, you know, really, you have to like their work in order for them to help you out. And after establishing a relationship, then do a pitch and say, you know, I would really like if you gave me an opinion, or would you be open to helping me out? Just give me an idea. And, you know, you'd be surprised at the people that say yes. It's really staggering to me sometimes. And that's a way of getting your career going. But you always have to be ready. Always have to have the resume, the cards, the CD.
Yeah.
You know, just any moment. It could happen any moment, you know. Something can catapult you to another level of your career.
You just gave, like, some really good networking, like tips.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Advice in general. It's more like, well, you've got to build an authentic relationship with someone before you ask them for something.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, it's not networking. It's called using.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Strong words, but I agree. I agree with that. You know, I actually took a business marketing. There's a lot of actors and just talented people in general that don't like the business end of things. And
like me.
Well, I mean, what do I mean? You know, it's show business. You know? What about the business? No one's doing the business, then you're not going to get anywhere. You have to handle your business. You have to handle yourself. I don't say like a product, but like a business. And I took a great course with Dallas Travers, and she showed us step-by-step on how to build these relationships and how to make your marketing consistent. Because if you send out a mailing once a year, forget about it. She always calls it the number 7, the lucky 7. Once you get in front of that casting director the 7th time is when things start happening. It takes a while. These things take a long while, but you have to be very consistent.
7 times?
7 times. Could you imagine? That means it's like going out with a boyfriend.
7 times? Well, you know, my lucky number is 3. So when I meet someone, I'll the first time I meet them, and then I follow up with them again and meet them again in person, and then a 3rd time. And then finally, like, we actually, like, built a rapport.
Oh, well, I like
that. But that's
that.
really
3
interesting.
3 times is faster than 7.
I would say that.
Is.
It depends on if you have quality conversations like the ones we're having right now.
Oh, there you go. Quality conversations.
Yeah. But if it's like, oh, well.
But
you know.
Well, the other thing is a lot of people are not used to. Here's the thing. Social media is great, but it's good to know how to have a real conversation when you're not tweeting, Twittering, Facebooking, and all that other mess. And I find that a lot of people, well, for example, if I go out with some friends, I have like a moratorium on phone. We must not have phone on the desk or the table while we're having
you're
dinner.
that lady.
Oh, for God's sake. And, you know, I'm sitting there and they're like twittering and all that. Oh, wait a minute. What were you talking about? It's like ADD, for God's sakes. Not that I have anything against that. But, you know, let's focus for half an hour, for God's sake. And, you know, if you can't have a conversation with someone, how are you going to talk to a casting director?
Fair enough.
That's true. You know, Lenina and I went to a retreat this past weekend.
Where'd you guys go?
It's called Peace Village.
Oh.
But the cool thing about it, your phones don't work.
We have no reception.
Bravo!
And I was going through withdrawal. I was like, oh, man, what are we supposed to do? And I would pick up my phone and then you try to use it, but then it doesn't really work that well without internet.
And then I felt weird leaving my phone in the room and then going. It was like I was attached to it like a limb or something.
Like a rib.
Yeah. And then when we found the Wi-Fi, I was almost sad because I'm like, oh, now I have to have my phone on me all the time.
Oh, that's funny because when I put the Wi-Fi on my phone, I was like, oh, I'm just gonna leave it. I don't really need it.
Oh.
I just left it. I just left it behind because I'm like,
that's
I felt
good.
like it was a crutch.
Yeah.
It is a crutch, actually.
Yeah.
It is a crutch. You ever, know, oh, yeah, I'll call you later. This is what you're texting. Oh, yeah, we'll talk later. Mm-hmm. But that's never going to happen. Come on.
I'm old school. I'm a talker.
I
call people.
Laura, how she cringes over there.
Wow. Yeah, I'm like, that's one of my love languages, like,
Yeah, I think talking's important.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, otherwise we're going to morph into, like, just being phones. Or you ever see those people walking with their heads down? Don't you just want to smack them?
There was that movie where people had their phone built into their hand, like under the skin.
Yeah. Oh, cool.
Cool.
Not cool.
You're not going to wash dishes. Take a bath.
No, you can wash. It's under your skin.
No, I don't like
I forgot the name of it. It was like a remake of one of those old movies with Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Oh, that's an old movie.
You know what? I had a question. Mm-hmm. You talk about Gloria Estefan. Who else inspires your music? Who?
Oh, wow. Well, I mean, when I was first coming up, in my family, we always had a lot of music in the house. Mm-hmm. So my stepfather was an avid jazzer, unbeknownst to me. Hearing all these people singing, and I was like, wow, who's that? So that started. But then I love pop music. So besides Gloria Estefan, oh, my gosh, Annie Lennox, I love her. Oh. And she's got a great new record out, which is all jazz standards. Hello. Okay. That's a big stretch for her. There's a bunch of artists that I mean, even I like the looseness of Maroon 5, the Goo Goo Dolls, But I am a jazzer. I mean, I was influenced by all the big greats, including all the musicians like Ellington, to name a few, Charlie Parker, hardcore bebop, from there on.
Who's your favorite jazzer?
My favorite jazzer.
Yes. You can only choose one.
Well, okay. Vocalist?
Yeah, sure.
Well, I mean, I love Cassandra Wilson. I met her on a train to a voice competition.
Who haven't you met?
Oh, I've met a lot of people. At the time, we both have fear of flying.
Okay.
So I was taking a train down to Atlanta.
Via Sella.
No. It was the regional clip-clop all the way down to Savannah, Georgia, and she was going further. I don't know where she was going. But we struck up a conversation. It was great because she had just finished doing, I forgot the name of the album. Anyway, she had just finished doing an album. She was doing a tour, and I said, what are you doing on the train? I said, I know who you are.
Oh, my God. Creepy.
No, but she's kind of made
it. We had dinner. You kidding me? She was smoking up a storm.
Oh, my God. How old school.
Oh, yeah.
Right there in the car?
She goes, actually, she inspired me to write a song that I still am working on, believe it or not. Mm-hmm. She goes, I like traveling in real time, which really struck me as an idea because she didn't feel that flying was real time. If you look at it, who travels at 600 miles an hour, right? Can you dig it? So that was really cool.
Because I guess you get to feel how far away you are.
Yeah,
because being on a plane,
That's really
it's like
interesting.
You just step off and you're like, it's this many hours difference. It's kind of weird.
It is weird, where when you're on a train for 30 hours, it's real time.
Like, wow, I'm far.
I'm not about that life. All right.
I am far away.
I am real far away. And you know it by the people that get on the train.
Really?
They all start looking different, speaking differently.
Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah, Savannah, Georgia.
Wow.
Savannah, Georgia. It's a songbook competition.
You have a GoFundMe. Tell us about it.
Yes. So when I first did my first CD, I mean, I called in a lot of favors. I had a lot of people come down and volunteer, and people were just really generous. Not that they're not generous now, but we're working with a different crew, and people should get paid. And so the GoFundMe is a 2-part project because I always like having some kind of educational aspect to the projects that I do. So one of them, the first thing is to record the music, but more importantly to go to Malaga, Spain, the university there. They have one of the few arts and education programs there, and they are mentoring new teachers to include the arts in their curriculum. And I thought, oh my God, that's so amazing. And talk about synchronicity. 2 of the producers I'm working with on this project are from Malaga, Spain. So I thought, wow, wouldn't it be great if I could go do a master class there, introduce myself, start bridging, creating a new relationship with the professors there, and see if we could bridge something, get some teachers going back and forth. And so the GoFundMe is really to raise funds to get over there, create the workshop, boarding, all that stuff that really ideally it would be great if it was covered, but a lot of times when you're traveling as an educator and artist, you know, you have to pay these expenses, and so that's what it's all about. I'm really excited about starting that conversation with the university.
So why is it so important for you to go over there? I mean, you can do that here, right?
I have done it here. I call it getting me over the pond. It's time for Mara to expand. I've worked here as a teaching artist for over 13 years. And actually, I started working as a teaching artist when I lost my day job. I don't even want to tell you what I did. Do you want to know what it was?
Yes,
please.
I was a data security officer, surveilling white-collar crime in a bank.
Wow.
I mean, talk about like, how did you get there? Well, I was always in technology, right? But then that was just I was already transitioning back into teaching. And anyway, when 9/11 happened and I was downtown and all that stuff had a huge, severe impact on my life, I decided that it was time to get back to what I did. So I went back to school, started getting my master's degree, and started working as a teaching artist all over New York City with different arts organizations. Now, in 2001, 2002, we still had NISCA, the Arts Fund, the Annenberg Fund, all these funds that were there for arts programs. These funds have since dwindled, finished. And so now teaching artists have to find other ways to support themselves. One of them is fundraising. Another one is volunteering their time, which, you know, that doesn't pay the rent. But, you know, it's a tougher sell now. There's very few teaching artists going around. And I was going to all the underserved schools. By that I mean, you know, the South Bronx, way out in Brooklyn, you know, not to say that they don't have arts programs, they have limited resources. But I did go out to those schools, and you'd be amazed at the talent you find. You'd be amazed at what you can do without any money.
But is that because art is seen as an easier thing, as not like a real subject? You know what I mean? Like since I've been a child, I've always seen movies and stories about people needing funding for music, for art. It's always been the thing that's lacking in schools is the arts.
Absolutely. And
I wonder if it has anything to do with like being an artist now. We see that everybody wants our stuff for free.
Yes.
Do this for free. Do that for free.
Yes. And you know, it goes back to what you just said, right? The first thing is the first programs that are always cut from schools is the arts. First, the music program. For some reason, the dance programs still linger. They survive in one way or the other because they see it as physical. I don't know, but I mean, they see it as physical, you know, physical education.
Yeah, you don't need equipment to dance.
Right. Well, except that maybe a space to do it. Correct. But they are the first programs to go. People don't see the value and the effect that music and the arts in general have on developing young minds, as I call it, right? You know, you develop confidence, you develop different skills. Music in itself helps kids with mathematics, you know, memory, acuity, all types of things. So yeah, unfortunately, all that goes out the window. Actually, I went to an interview for a school way out in Brooklyn, and I remember the principal said, well, do you have any instruments? Because you'll be sharing this room with broken windows and no mirrors with the dance teacher.
Oh, my God.
Next.
And bring your instruments.
For
other people to use.
Sounds
like video. Sounds exactly like what I do.
Exactly.
Can you shoot this for us? And we'll pay you this, but bring your equipment.
For free.
Yeah, and other people will be touching your equipment and breaking your equipment.
Right. Can you do this voiceover for free?
Yeah.
I'm doing a movie. Can you do this for free? Well, can I at least get a reel at the end of the project? You know, sometimes you don't even get that.
Yeah.
You know, but I have to say that I've had good experiences with it. You know, some of these projects that I actually have done without any pay, I went out to win HBO Latino Film Festival.
Oh.
Yeah, which was really amazing experience. First time I got to walk on the red carpet.
Oh, nice.
I was just like, wow.
I can get used to this, right?
Yeah, I could get used to this.
That's awesome.
So yeah, it's unfortunately. I think we have to adjust our viewpoint on the arts. You know, and you could see it all around that all the companies, the symphonies, the ballet companies, they're all, right before the season starts, they're like, oh, well, we might have 3 programs this season, you know, unless all the big investors come in and save them, or they have a smaller company. I think less works are being commissioned because of the lack of funds. Nobody's going to give it away. These days, nobody can afford to give it away for free.
Yeah.
They just can't.
But
Laura.
you do more free things than just music.
Good God, I sure do. I
Tell
do
us
a lot
what
of free
else
things.
You do acting.
I do acting. I've been acting now for more than 15 years. I've done, let's see, the acting, voiceovers. Actually, I had to leave New York State to start doing work. I got a lot of work in Philadelphia. Thank God. Yes, city of brotherly love. My God. I was a reporter, Laura, as you know.
Yes.
For Transit News, but I was also a reporter for NJN Imagens, a wonderful show, wonderful. And unfortunately, after 5 years, it lost funding.
Oh.
You know, I was an entertainment reporter for them. I really enjoyed that a lot.
Yeah.
I really had a great time. And I did a lot for free. Yeah, I did a lot. Yeah, I'd go over and do all the voiceovers for the station. And, you know, when you love something, you just do it because you want to see something come to fruition, you know? I think for me, the pay is getting better at what you do and also giving back to the community, because these are, after all, community stations, yeah? So you have to give back. I mean, I'm finding that maybe it was because I was giving so much that people are so helpful, you know? But remember, you also have to ask for help. That's kind of hard, too, sometimes.
Oh, yeah, who you telling?
You got to be open to the no, you know, but all you need is one yes.
That's true.
You know, that's how I approach
Dropping a lot of knowledge here, Mara.
Oh, great. I still know something.
Are you happy, Mara?
I'm definitely happy. You know, I like asking that question. My happiness is not predicated on whether I book a gig or not.
Okay.
It's not anymore.
Amen.
It used to be. Oh, my God, did I get it? Oh, I hope I get it. I hope I get it. I really hope I get this job. You know? And it was, my whole life was controlled by that. And really, you know, when you walk into an audition, you're so out of control. You don't control anything. The only thing you could do is go in there and have fun. You know, go in there and have fun. And like my coach says, do the thing you love to do. It's your stage for 3 minutes. You know, and so I think when I adopted that, and I tell that to a lot of my students, you have to go in there and have fun, because otherwise this becomes, you know, there are more no's than yeses, you know, and if your number's not in, it may be more no's for a longer time. So you always have to have outside interests. Always. Always important to have good friends in your life. Even if it's 1 or 2, you have to have good relationship. Again, we're going back to relationships. You know, because that carries through in the work you do. Your relationship with your producer, your relationship with your fellow actor, you know, et cetera, et cetera. It just carries through. You have to be able to do that. You know, but I think it's more important to just try to find that happiness inside of yourself, because you're at least pursuing what you love. You know, you have to go for it, you know. And then I can ask you guys, are you happy?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
See?
Happy.
It's not even a question in my mind.
It's not an elusive thing.
No. Oh, well, I worked hard on my happiness. I excuse me, not worked hard. I'm currently working hard on it, because it's like an everyday thing.
It is. It's
like something will come up, some kind of drama.
Because happiness, I think people think it's a destination. But it's an every moment kind of thing. Like, I can be happy one moment and not happy another moment. That's fine.
Right.
But it's not something to get to.
Correct.
It's a state of being at the moment.
And it's not to say that it's static. I mean, you know, when I say I'm happy, am I happy 24 hours a day? No, that's a crazy person.
Right.
You know, there's ebb and flow. That's natural. That's life. You know, otherwise, when you're extremely happy, it wouldn't seem any different from the lows. There's got to be lows and highs. But I think as an artist, I went through a lot of periods where they were dark, you know, and it wasn't because of the work. It was just because you didn't see yourself as being successful. And so now you have to define, what is success?
Yes.
What is success?
Well, for me, it's being honest. That's it. In everything I'm doing. And so when someone asks me how I'm feeling, it's being honest in that. And someone asks me what's going on, it's being honest. And telling myself the truth all the time, which is a lot harder than it
hard.
seems.
That's very hard.
But my gauge of success is, well, how honest was I today?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, that's really important too. Well, I think also you redefine yourself. You know, like I found, you know, I always had this this image in my head. What does that look like? Well, of course, you know, I should have an Oscar and a Grammy.
You should.
Right. You know,
Yes,
I
course.
should have, you know, the perfect husband. I should be living in my dream home. It should face the ocean. Well, that's clearly the West
I'm
Coast.
working on that.
Yeah, exactly. You know, so, you know, but think about it. You know, all of this at one time, how does one starting from the beginning actually materialize all that?
Yep.
And what if it doesn't materialize?
Yep.
See, so the thing for me that I think I've gotten better at is modifying what success looks like.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean doesn't mean I lower the bar. If anything, I'm really hard on myself. But what does success look like? To me, right now, today, this looks like success.
Yeah,
Being
it
here,
feels
having
like
fun,
it.
you know, talking to people that are really smart and fun. And, you know, and
Thank you.
You guys are progressive. You know, you're doing something that nobody else is doing, right?
Oh, thank you.
I think
We're
so.
progressive.
Thank you.
I like that word.
I like it too.
Me too. Tell us
It
about
means
your
that
background.
we've gone somewhere and
That's
we've
what
got somewhere to go.
Look, what was that?
Progressive. It means that we've gone somewhere and we've got somewhere else to go.
You guys haven't argued today yet, I noticed.
Oh, we've been arguing all day.
Oh, yeah.
We were
I missed
arguing
it.
about a grapefruit for like a good hour.
She threw my grapefruit away.
Let's not talk.
Was it
please,
pink?
Don't start the argument with Lenina. It was brown. It was old.
Look.
And
Oh,
moldy.
it was moldy. Okay.
Look.
She was making a potpourri.
In the refrigerator?
It was still good. All you have to do is cut the moldy part off, and you can still eat. I bet it was sweet.
permeates.
Hoarder.
I'm not a hoarder. It was still good. I just don't like to waste food.
Hence the tape. I know, audience, you can't see it, but we've got this
Go ahead, describe it, Mara.
preponderance. Okay, so she was having a hard time holding the mic in a certain way because I have the good mic and so does Laura.
The good mic stand, yes.
But right, so the mic stand is, you know, a little collapsing. So she could not get the show started unless it was erect and standing still. So
Hello.
Laura, we're talking about the mic, girl. So now Laura put gaffer tape all over it, and now it looks like a disaster
But
area.
it's not
that's
moving
okay.
anywhere.
It's not moving.
It's MacGyver.
It's here.
It's
right
there.
there. It's gonna stay
happening.
put
Exactly.
for now.
Exactly.
It's my special skill.
Gaff
Gaffer's
tape,
tape.
everything.
So yes, we do argue, but lovingly, even when she throws away my fruit.
She's laughing.
I promise. I swore that I would never bring it up again.
She did.
But
She promised
you brought
and
it
swore
up.
to God.
Well, I have to say, prior to us going on air, we were talking about telephones, i.e., cellular phones, but we'll stay out of that. It was a
iPhone
good.
versus Android.
Okay, she
The
said it. I
smartphone
didn't.
debate, which is better?
Forget
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Oh,
I think we'd
look,
all
they're
be-
backing. The Android people
No,
are
no.
backing away really
it
quickly.
matters.
My phone's the best. But anyway,
Yeah.
I think it would
Okay.
be better if we didn't have phones because I felt really good this past weekend not having my phone on me and just being in the moment.
Was it supposed to be an Om kind of retreat?
It was a peace retreat. We
Wow.
were learning
Yeah.
about leadership.
Meditation and leadership. Yeah.
Wow. They look totally relaxed. I wish you could
I-
see that.
Oh my goodness! I got so many compliments on Monday. Someone's like, "You're glowing, Lenina. I can't believe how beautiful you look." And I said, "Mwah. Thank you so much."
Well, as you can see, they're both gorgeous. They know it. Please, give me a break. Wow.
Thank you.
Okay.
I wanted to get to your background and where you're from.
Oh, I'm from, well, born and raised here. I'm from, my parents are from Puerto Rico. And
Rico.
Viva Puerto Rico! But, you know, I've traveled a lot. I've lived in different places. And I kind of morphed into like a uni person, a uni race kind of person, you know, where I've had to adapt to so many different environments that it's like what I've learned is that people all over the world, we may be in different parts of the world, but we're all the same. I mean, intrinsically, deep inside, we're all human. Seriously, we have the same hang-ups, the same nonsense that everybody argues about, except different languages, right? It's really interesting how the customs are so similar, And I wish more people would acknowledge that. We wouldn't have so many problems overseas as we're having. You know, if we acknowledge our similarities as opposed to our differences.
So what's your favorite city that you've lived in?
Oh, man, let's see. Well, Spain. I have to tell you straight out, Spain. When I'm in Spain, I just feel like the gypsy in me comes out.
Nice.
You know, I just feel like, this is it. You know, the passion. And they just know how to live. I mean, you know, their dinners go on for hours.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
I gotta go there.
They go to dinner at 8 o'clock. It doesn't end till midnight. Then you go dancing.
Nice.
You don't go to work till 10. You take a break at 1. You have a siesta. You come back at 4. You work till 8. I mean, that sounds like a good life to me.
That sounds amazing.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
You could like do all your stuff, have a life, live quality of life. That's what I noticed.
To Spain with you?
Yes.
Let's go, Laura.
September 2015. Here we go. There was just a cadence to that city. I can't explain. It's like
Barcelona, Madrid.
Oh man, Barcelona.
Barcelona.
Oh, Barcelona. I love Madrid too, but it was beautiful. So that was a great place. I also lived in Japan.
What
oh
city?
My gosh, Osaka. That's called the foodie city.
Yeah.
You guys know what foodie is, right? Are you
foodies?
Well, they are.
We're about to chow down after this.
Okay.
I don't know what we're going to eat, but we're going to eat.
That, exactly. We're foodies. Osaka is like the culinary mecca for Japanese food.
I'm like, my mouth is salivating right now. Like, we're just talking about food.
You know, you'd be amazed. You'd be amazed. You know, but Japan is interesting because the cities themselves are so congested and so full of neons and all that. But then you take a train ride an hour out, right, to either Kyoto or some neighboring city, which is what I did on my only day off. And it's like you're back almost in feudal times, for God's sake.
Nice.
You know, Kyoto, well known for the geishas.
Yeah.
Right? They're still there. Yes, I did try a kimono on.
Yeah.
My friend, she wanted to torture me. Chio Nakahara.
It's tight, right?
Oh, well, there's like 7 layers to the daggone thing.
Oh, my God.
Well, it takes like an hour to put the whole thing on. You just don't put on a kimono. You put on the undergarment, the top undergarment, the top undergarment, and then the kimono. I didn't know the kimono weighed over 20 pounds. I mean, I swear.
Wow, it doesn't look like it.
The bridle, well, if you look at all the embroidery.
Right.
I mean, it's this giant weighty thing. And then they take the obi, which is the tie around the waist, and they squeeze the life of you like the corsets. Have you guys ever tried corsets?
I wore one for
Never
my wedding.
touched the stuff.
Yeah, she has about 5 of them. Anyway,
Along
the
with
Tight
Spain.
hurts.
Wait, the better part is now, of course, when they fix your hair into that whole do, which now it's good enough that they have, wigs. Right? Because in the past, I don't know if you guys know about this, but they would fix your hair with beeswax and all kinds of stuff, and then you had to have a neck brace to lie down. Like you never combed your hair. That's how you slept so you didn't mess up your hair.
No way.
For real.
So
it was
cool.
wax. It was hot wax, and they would mold it, and there you go. You have your hairdo. That thing didn't change, right? And then the shoes. Thinking, quang. I got to tell you why I'll never, ever
sound effects.
live. I know I have to do that. I'll never live in Japan. Not because I don't love it, but because they don't have any shoes my size. Like American women, anything over a size 8, you're...
So I'm an 11.5, 12. I'd be.
Me too.
I'd be walking around barefoot.
12.
You're going to be barefoot or walking in men's shoes.
I'm a 12.
The 312s.
Big feet,
It's not
ladies.
big feet. We're like freaking 5'8", 5'9".
In the
Yeah,
store,
we're 5'10", yeah.
I'm 5'11", but
I'm only 5'8".
if you go to Payless, all the shoes between 6 and 8 are like 50 varieties.
Right.
You go to 12, there's 4.
And they're stiff.
And they're ugly.
They're ugly.
They're
My grandma would
geriatric.
like them.
You ever go to a store and, they have the upstairs and downstairs?
Yeah.
Okay, the tall girl shop? Tall girl shop. Okay, tall girls is only for sizes 11 and up.
Oh.
Okay. So you don't mean plus size?
No, I'm talking about shoes.
Oh, okay.
Really?
Right. So now you go in the store and you tell the guy, what size are you? He says, 12. He goes, there's a 12 coming down.
Oh,
Joe,
no.
Joe, number 12.
No.
And you go down the stairs with your big cloppy feet.
Oh, my God. No way.
If you go to Harry's, oh, that's a 12. Joe, that's a 12. 12 medium.
No.
I didn't even know this existed. I just never find shoes.
Let's go there, Laura.
I gotta hook you guys
totally
up.
go there.
I gotta hook
go.
you guys up.
But seriously, can designers just please make
Normal sizes?
shoes and clothes for normal women?
No, never.
For all women.
Well, you know, the manufacturing issue. Now, everything goes out to China, and they cut everything square.
Yeah.
Like, notice when you go buy a shirt now, isn't the sleeve short? The sleeves are short, and the shoulders are boxy, and then unless you're, like, really big on top, it's just one big bulk up top.
Yeah.
Well, I don't have that problem. But, so it's like huge here, no sleeves, short, boxy, with big shoulders. Who is that?
This is my problem. The fashion industry and all the models are 6 feet tall, really thin, like a size 2. But then the clothes they sell in the store are for petite, wider people.
I noticed that.
I mean,
wide.
I never find pants that are long enough for me. And I'm the height of a model. That doesn't make any sense. Why are pants never long enough?
Well, they
Why
make
are
it for the
sleeves too
average
short?
woman.
Who's the average woman?
But then
I
why
don't
are
know,
the
she's
models
5'5".
not average women?
5'5" fat?
Yes.
No. 5'5". The average
It's
woman.
petite. It's petite.
Yeah. Oh, the average.
She's
says
5'6",
petite.
5'5".
No, but short.
Sorry,
Short.
I'm
Yeah,
choking
short
up over
limbs.
here. The average size a woman in America wears is a size 14. Is that true?
I think it was 12 or 14. I think you're
We've
right.
gotten fatter.
It's not 12 and 14 is not fat.
Oh.
This is what the problem is. It's not fat.
And here I am struggling to stay in at 10.
It's not.
Hey, okay, I have an excuse. You go on camera, you look fat anyway. So
That's true.
I have to, do what I have to do. Whatever that means.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, no, it's an average size. I think we have dysmorphic views on how we look. That's a different disease in America. How women look. But look, in Japan, everybody was little. I could see over everybody's head. And they say, oh, there's the guy Jing. They don't like us too well.
Really?
Guy Jing, I hated that word.
What does that mean?
I don't know, but they told me it's not a good word for Americans.
Can someone please let us know what that means?
Guy Jing.
I bet it means like ugly white lady.
Well, no,
like anyone who's white, anyone who's like not
Anyone who's
Asian,
Western is
just
a guy
say
Jing.
white
They would
and
say,
like white.
there was one person came up to me and said, what tribe are you from?
Tribe.
I'm like, well, not that the Europeans didn't come over and decimate my people in Puerto Rico, but the Taino Indians is my tribe. Does that answer your question I said to them?
Oh, my goodness.
Well,
hilarious.
well, I mean, I had to,
Yeah.
that happened to me in Indiana, too. I was in their food market. I was working in Indiana, and this Native American came up to me and said, excuse me, sister, what tribe are you from?
Oh.
I felt honored, so I was like, well, the Tainos. He says, yeah, but they're dead. I said, I know.
You're alive.
I said, my ancestors are a
That's so
mixture.
funny.
Come on, Puerto Ricans, listen.
I'm so glad you answered the question so seriously.
Well, Puerto Rican? Well, I mean, I wasn't going to say, who knows
But
what
it's
would
funny
happen.
because in New York, you're Puerto Rican. Everyone, I mean, we can see that you're spicy Latina.
Yeah.
We can see that. But
Well,
we go
on
abroad.
any
How do you
given
see
day.
that? I
We
mean,
go
how do you see that?
abroad, and then we're just all American. We're just white people. We're just
Well, you know,
American.
that would be a new addition to my repertoire. To be.
I got to tell you, it's true. My family's from Haiti, and so when I go back home, they call me blanc, which is French for white.
Like gringa.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And it applies to anyone who comes from over there.
yeah,
Or
exactly.
out there.
Over the pond.
Yeah, anyone, and it doesn't matter what color they are. And that's it.
They do that in Puerto Rico, too. They say, oh, you're a Yankee.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm like,
There you go.
okay, uh-huh.
New
Yeah,
York
yeah.
Yankees,
Oh, they'll
I
whisper
guess.
in the breath. Well, yeah, she's from New York. I don't know which one is worse.
But why is that more street cred than just being American? You notice that?
I mean, I think, Puerto Rico, that's a whole political issue. But I mean,
That's a good point.
they, if you're not raised over there, ella no es de la isla. Oh, she's not from the island. She's a Yankee from the United States. From the States. But it gets even more more direct, more granular. No, she's from New York. And then their eyebrows, like eyebrows go up. I wish you could see this. They go up like that. Like, oh,
That's funny.
like what the hell does that mean, huh? Who knows?
Oh.
Well, speaking of Puerto Rico, I just want to give a shout out to my dear friend Nina Garcia, who is in Puerto Rico right now.
Oh,
Love you.
Puerto Rico, my heart's devotion. Let it sink down in the ocean.
Oh, I was going to say, well, that's a beautiful note to leave it on. And then you said, let it sink down into the ocean.
Well, listen, I didn't write that score. That's Leonard
We'll
Bernstein.
just cut it off right before that line.
Puerto Rico, my heart's devotion. There, we'll leave it at that.
Perfect.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You can check out Mara's GoFundMe campaign and her latest album called Open Windows, Ventanas Abiertas.
Well said, my dear.
Available now on marasanchezny.com.
Okie dokie.
Thank you.
And we're going to take you out with a little song called Open Windows from Mara Sanchez.
When I think back to what I remember most of you, it was your smile. It lit up the sky. But now you're gone. Nowhere to go with all this pain. Nowhere to go with all this love I've hidden deep inside. Tell me, why do we want it all? Why must we have our way? If I could do it all again, I'd realize. Tell me, why do we want it all? Why must we get our way? If I could do it all again, I'd realize. Love saves the day. Love saves the day. Love saves the day. If I had a way to say all of the things I never said, I'd be next to you. But words always get in the way of what we feel. Feelings our eyes cannot betray. But now the moment's gone. Tell me, why do we want it all? Why must we have our way? If I could do it all again, I'd realize. Tell me, why do we have it all? Why must we get our way? If I could do it all again, I'd realize. Love saves the day. Don't get caught up in what other people say. Listen to your heart, what it's saying today. There's an open window and a gentle breeze is blowing in. I'm thinking it's you. Tell me, why do we want it all? Why must we have our way? If I could do it all again, I'd realize. Tell me, why do we want it all? Why must we get our way? If I could do it all again, I'd realize. Love saves the day. Love saves the day. Love saves the day.
Whoa Podcast is produced by myself, Lenina Mortimer, and Lori Mioli. Find out more about us on wofi.com.